Today I have an SAT writing tip I'd like to share with you. On the SAT, you will be tested on your ability to maintain an academic tone and avoid using casual words or slang words in an academic type essay. So what I want to do is I want to go through two questions on SAT Practice Test 6 to illustrate this idea and this tip/trick that I have for you. So when dealing with words such as in 24 and in question 25, what I want to do is I want to show you the process and the thought process that I would use to find the correct answer. So let's go ahead and run through 24 real quick. So while the pressures of an aging population, insurance reforms, and health epidemics have increased demand for care, the supply of physicians is not expected to keep pace. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. That sounds really good, and A will be my correct answer, but I want to show you why B through D are wrong to kind of illustrate my point on using casual words and slang in the SAT writing section. So when I have a word like this, in this example it's two words, it's keep pace, and it's underlined either in the middle of my sentence or at the end of my sentence, and then I look at my other options, for example A through D, and I see that they're different words, right? They're not just different endings, so it's not pace versus paced or pacing, but they all have different endings, or different root words, I'm sorry, not different endings, they all have different root words, okay? They have maintain the tempo, get in line, move along. Since those are all different root words and have different meanings, what I know I'm looking to do there is I'm looking to do a couple things. I want to maintain my academic tone because on the SAT writing section, most passages, in my opinion, will have an academic tone. You want to maintain that. So you don't want to sound like you're talking to your friend over text. Okay, you want to maintain an academic tone and you want to avoid, first of all, let me just put maintain up here. You want to maintain an academic tone, and then you also want to avoid slang and casual words. Slang and casual words. Okay, slang and casual words, they are a no-go for the SAT writing section. You do not want to use them. Okay, so for example, if I look at question 24, me saying that the supply of physicians is not expected to keep pace with this increased demand for care, right? I'll put that in blue. The increased demand for care, we are not expected to have the supply of physicians keep pace with that. Okay, that makes perfect sense. Okay, that's idiomatic. And that's the other thing that I want to put down here is you're also looking for it to be idiomatic. If you don't know what idiomatic means, it just means that it's something that we would say it's grammatically correct, right? It's just something that doesn't sound awkward when we say it. It just sounds normal, right? It doesn't sound awkward. There's no awkward pauses when we say it or anything like that. Okay, so I'm looking to really do three things in a case where I have a word or two words underlined mid-sentence or the end of the sentence, and I have all different root words in my answer choices. I'm looking to make sure I'm maintaining an academic tone. I want to make sure I avoid slang and casual words, and I want to make sure it's also idiomatic. Okay, so in this case, keep pace makes perfect sense. I wouldn't say maintain the tempo because no tempo is described, right? And we were talking about two things, matching the increase of demand with the increase in the supply of physicians, which in this case is not present. Therefore, it's not expected to keep pace. We wouldn't say maintain the tempo. That's not idiomatic there. Now, as far as get in line and move along, those two are way, way, way too casual. Okay, we would not say move along in an academic essay. That does not maintain an academic tone. It's way too casual, way too much like slang. Same thing with get in line. Way too casual, way too much like slang. So SAT writing section, make sure you avoid using slang and casual words. You want to make sure you maintain an academic tone and that you're also idiomatic. So let's go take a look at question 25 because it's also testing your ability to maintain an academic tone, avoid slang and casual words, and also for number 25, it's not really testing your ability to be idiomatic. That one is just testing your ability to maintain an academic tone and avoid slang and casual words. So number 25 is not testing your ability to find something that's idiomatic. That was just one of the answer choices for question 24 that was testing your ability to be idiomatic. But question 25, we have, because a traditionalist response to the crisis, okay, we're talking about the crisis of there being an increased demand for physicians but a lower supply. We have amping up medical college enrollments and expanding physician training programs is too slow and costly to address the near-term problem. Alternatives are being explored. Okay, now we wouldn't say amping up medical college enrollments in an academic essay like this. Okay, amping up is too casual. That's too casual. Okay, and I'm going to put that in green so you can kind of see that it's different from what I'm saying in 24. Okay, it's too casual. Answer choice A, it's too casual. We wouldn't say amping up medical college enrollments if we're writing an academic essay. Now, what about revving up? Once again, that's slang. Okay, we wouldn't say revving up. It's slang and it's too casual. Okay, we don't want to be casual and we don't want to do slang when we're talking about the SAT writing section. We want to be maintaining an academic tone, and we want to be really just making sure we're maintaining that academic tone, avoiding slang and casual words. So now let's take a look at options B and C. Okay, I want to show you why C is wrong. Okay, C, the word arousing. We wouldn't say because of traditional response to the crisis, arousing medical college enrollments, because that is just not even really related, right? It's not a correct use of the word arousing. It's just not, it also doesn't fit with an academic tone. So it doesn't have an academic tone. It's also kind of an unrelated word whose definition doesn't really apply here. So C is incorrect. Obviously, answer choice B is correct then. We would say because a traditional response to the crisis, bolstering medical college enrollments, bolstering in that case meaning supporting those medical college enrollments or increasing them. So our answer there would be B. So the big tip that I want you to take away from this video is if you have two words or one word or a couple words underlined in the middle of a sentence or at the end of a sentence as in 24, then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make sure that you're looking at your answer choices, and if you see that they're all different root words, like in this case for 24 and 25 they had all different root words, then what you want to make sure that you're doing then is taking a look at maintaining an academic tone, which most passages on the SAT writing section have an academic tone, so you want to maintain the tone of the passage, and then you also want to avoid using slang and avoid using casual words, and then also just make sure it's idiomatic, right? There are some questions, for example 25, it wasn't testing your ability to see if it was idiomatic, but part of 24 was. Okay, so just understand that that third thing you want to check for is just whether or not it's idiomatic, right? Would it flow naturally if we were to say it out loud? So hopefully that was helpful. That one was just really kind of trying to teach you what to look for in that situation on the SAT writing section. So as always, if it was helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it, and make sure you have a good day.